Welcome to the Unstable Table. This is your girl T and Bandit. Alright, let's get into it. So unless you've been living under a rock or you just hate boxing, this weekend is set to be explosive. We've got Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. stepping into the ring. And listen, this fight is more than just sport. This is legacy. This is bloodline beef. We're talking about a rivalry that started before these two even had beards. Now, let's take it back to the fathers. So back in the 90s, their dads, Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank Sr, were two of Britain's most electric and most controversial fighters. Now the sons are picking up the gloves, but here's where things get spicy. Chris Eubank Sr has publicly said he won't be supporting his son in this fight. Let that sink in. Your dad, the guy you're literally fighting to honour, is not in your corner. And this isn't just some low-key, I'll watch from home vibe. He doesn't plan to watch at all, which is mad because Eubank Jr has literally made it his whole mission to carry his dad's name like a Louis Vuitton bag. And imagine training, sacrificing, eating grilled little chicken meals for months, only for your dad to be like, nah, I'm good. I know me, I'd be in therapy, not training camp. And that leads me to an important question. What does that do to a fighter? What does that do to anyone who is trying to prove themselves? To step into the shadow of their parents' legacy only to find the shadow has its back turned. Let's break this down psychologically. Eubank Jr is carrying something a lot heavier than gloves in that ring on Saturday. He's carrying a need for validation, a need for approval, and when that's denied, what will kick in? Will it be defiance or internal collapse? Which brings me to my diagnosis of the week. And no, it's not just for fighters. This week, we're talking about narcissistic injury. This is when someone experiences a wound to their self-esteem or self-worth, especially when it comes from someone significant, such as a parent. The person can lash out, go into defense mode, or completely shut down. And honestly, I see a lot of those characteristics in Eubank Jr. He's got something to prove to a man who doesn't seem willing to watch, and that creates a huge psychological storm before the first bell even rings. And when you're trying to win a belt and a well done son in one night, that's a lot of pressure. So what do you think? Will Eubank Sr.'s absence fuel him or destroy him? Are you Team Ben, Team Eubank Jr,